Give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy. Programme complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers. We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top three. Leclerc, Daniel, and George Russell. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula One.
Excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who'll be fronting the grid. Daniel, Norris, and Carlos Sainz. With qualifying complete, all that remains now is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then. A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That's how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of 19 corners, and don't expect to see much overtaking here today. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Daniel lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Russell, Verstappen, Hamilton, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Tsunoda, Albon, Hülkenberg, Joe, Stroll, Ricciardo, Bottas, Magnussen, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. work. That's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.1 seconds. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
That's it then for another nail-biting Monaco Grand Prix. We were on the edge of our seats the whole time, but they've come through to take a stunning victory. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Daniel increases their championship lead. Well, after an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Daniel.
Let's move on to the constructors. And pulling further ahead in the standings, it's Red Bull. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
Thanks for handling that.